Okay, I just read this book, Shutter Island by Denis Lehane. Now it's seems to be focused on the turn of the century in psychology and psychological practice, the art of using different methods to quell like psychopaths. Now, I guess the old method used to be, and they say it right here. I'll just put it up there. The old method used to be the shock therapy and lobotomies, or the surgeries where they cut into your brain. And in the 1950s, the turn of the century, started bringing drugs, new drugs that were experimental and such. And the part of the reason was the reason they switched over to drugs was because it seems less violent. There's a better word for that. It was just barbaric to cut into people's heads to try to relieve their psychosis and whatnot. So it's interesting. This man wrote his book in 2005 or so, and he just kind of 2003. He just evaluates the 1950s approach, and we're seeing it today. This big drug culture. It seems more humane to just feed people drugs, and I think that's wrong. With the drug, the whole drug thing, but I mean, you think going from that barbarism to drugs, it does look a lot more gentle. It looks like a better approach to turn to drugs than to shock people and cut them. They explain the mind here. There's a few paragraphs I really liked out of this book that I thought were just more educational than a part of the story. So we got that, and one part breaks in the minds. If one part breaks in the mind, you got the whole system crashing down on you. There's a good chance of that, just like any motor. So I just wanted to don't know why I circled this. I'll just put it up here, but he's talking about his dad being indifferent or whatever. I just thought it was interesting at the time. Maybe it was part of the context of it all that really got me to want to look back on it. They're talking about the weather, right? I believe it's the weather. Yeah, the weather is horrible. There's a storm that really seemed to change a lot of the course of the story. Okay, and then hydrogen. We talk about the bombs. There's a turning point in the mid-1900s. With science, a lot of things changed. Science really started taking off. So the approach. So this guy, the guy in the story, he's the way the story turns is, it seems, I mean, a little forced in places. I didn't really care for it too much. The story just it took some turns that did not seem natural. Okay, but it had to make the turns it did. The situations had to come up the way they did, so this guy could tell the story the way he wanted to. He tries to, make it look like it could be like it could be nonfiction in a way. Like there's a sense that maybe it could have happened with people, but not even for the 1950s. It's not that believable of a story, but it's not even disturbing because it's so far off from the truth. so I'll leave it at that.